If you could choose, which one of Jesus' disciples would you be? Hi, John Stanley here, and we sure hope that all is well with you and that you're doing well. And a few years ago, Rose and I had an opportunity to visit in California, and while we were there, as it is our habit, we visit presidential libraries, and we went to Ronald Reagan's presidential library. And it's in a beautiful setting, and there on the wall is a plaque with one of Ronald Reagan's philosophies. And that plaque just simply says, there's no limit to what a person can do or where they can go if they don't mind who gets the credit. There is no limit to where a person can go or what a person can do if they don't mind who gets the credit. And when I read that, I immediately thought of the disciple Andrew. Now, we hear about doubting Thomas, and we hear about the fishermen. We hear a lot about a lot of disciples, but we just don't hear a lot about Andrew. And so Jesus had this circle of Peter, James, and John. But how did they come to be with Jesus? And Peter was Andrew's brother. So Andrew brought Peter to Jesus early on. Now, Andrew was not a part of Jesus' inner circle. Isn't that amazing? That he brought Peter, his brother, to Jesus. But he himself was not a part of the inner circle. Did he get angry? Did he get jealous? Did he get resentful? No, he didn't get any of those things. He was always bringing people to Jesus. As an example, in the book of John, we read where Jesus and his disciples were concerned about how to feed 5,000 people. And what does Andrew do? Andrew says, there's a little boy here who has a picnic basket, and it has some fishes and some bread in it. And Jesus fed the 5,000 and maybe 10,000 people, and there were some fish and loaves left over. How did Andrew know about that little boy? Did he see this little fellow struggling up the hill with this picnic basket? Did he go to him and say, son, what do you got there? What, can I help you? Here, let me find you a good place where you can hear everything the master has to say. And he knew, because he was always paying attention to people, even the little children. Andrew subscribed to that philosophy. It doesn't matter how far a person can go or what he can do if he or she doesn't mind who gets the credit. No resentment, no jealousy, no resentment at all on Andrew's part. Always bringing people to Jesus. So since we don't know what God is up to in our lives or in the world, or nor how we can fit into God's plan, we're not to covet our neighbor's possessions, our neighbor's status in the community, or be jealous of anything else anybody has. God has his own place for us to be in his world and his own thing for us to do. So we remember, in closing, we remember those wonderful words. There's no limit to what a person can do or where he or she can go if they do not mind who gets the credit. We sure do miss you, and we hope that until we meet again, that God will hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you for your time.